Hello. First of all, let me just say I love that cover. As soon as I saw that, I knew I was going to be in for a treat. They say don't judge a thing by its cover, but I say rubbish. I judge books by the cover, I enjoy them or not. Same with soundtracks. And so when I came across Simone Cilio, his music for Snake Manor, well, what a surprise. What an original and groundbreaking talent. And I love the woodwinds and choir in Screwed. This is just a delightful score, 20 tracks encompassing roughly 38 minutes of music. You can hear it on Spotify for another sort of giant snake run amok. This genre, I tell you, I had so much fun listening to this, and also if you check out my review of Megaconda by Chuck Cirino, so much fun. Anaconda's Hunt for the Blood Orchid by Nero de Tyson Chu, another fun one. Sounds like it was actually recorded in a jungle. This was so clean and vibrant, and actually when I reached out to the composer, he said that a lot of this was done, you know, through his machines, you know, so it was very much a cool, I guess, like a kind of synth orchestral type of thing, a little bit like what Christopher Drake did on the Wonder Woman animated film from 2009. That's another great score. If you haven't heard it, I'm going to check it out. Snake Manor, really cool score, and I love discovering composers. This is the first thing I'd ever heard by Cilio, and it definitely has a quality, a freshness, and I imagine every time listening to this, discovering something fresh. I mean, there are elements in there that kind of remind me a little bit of Danny Elfman, a little bit Edward Scissorhands, Bernard Herrmann, with things like Vertigo and Psycho in the more suspenseful parts. But ultimately, what separates this from a lot of the work out there that we hear is that he really makes it his own, does Cilio, and that is what carries through and ultimately makes it such a joy to hear multiple times. And there will be, as I say, a way of, you know, in the tone and the counterpoint, discovering all these little ideas that just creep up and just take you along for the ride. And it's just a joy to come across something like that. I've discovered something similar in composers like Robert Folk with Police Academy and Toy Soldiers, Beastmaster 2, Terry Plumery, the late great Terry Plumery, bless him, with his Black Eagle, the unreleased Diamondbacks, which I'm hoping gets released at some point in the future, would be fantastic. Entrada, you need to get on that. Raging Angels, of course, Mr. Atlas, fantastic. Many great composers. And he joins them, does Simone Cilio, in bringing a voice, his own touch to the material, and he does that brilliantly with Snake Manor. So what rating? 5 out of 5 stars for the sheer exuberance that he brings to this, freshness, the ability to convey ideas in almost a classical sense. I felt like parts as I was listening to kind of like almost Vivaldi or, you know, Tchaikovsky. It had that kind of lilt in the melodies, and it just flows beautifully, this. And what a year it's turning out to be. This makes 9 favourite scores of the year, along with things like The Monkey by Ida Van Bremen and The Death of Snow White by Andrew Scott Bell. It's going to be so much fun trying to pick a favourite this year. It could even be a tie in the end, and I'm not going to say it is or it isn't, you know, just it's a possibility. And this is definitely going to be in the conversation with regards to that. And so I highly recommend Snake Manor. Check out, there's quite a few of this guy's scores on Spotify to hear, and well worth checking out. For more of my reviews, check out my Facebook pages: Hip-Notic Movie Reviews, Book Reviews, Soundtrack Reviews. I am Richard Jack Smith. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.